The business of governance has been quite engaging for Mr. Governor, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, in recent times. Let's now share with you latest developments from the office of the governor. The Lagos State Governor, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, was a special guest at the 90th anniversary celebration of the All Saints Anglican Church, Yaba, Lagos. The governor used the occasion to assure the church of his support of various projects of the religious institution.
This is not just a 90th celebration, it's also a call for service to the things of God. I've seen what Abba Kensington has done. Your son, your parishioner, a fellow Anglican, will not disappoint you. I certainly will do a lot much more than that. And I have whispers to both the chairman of the occasion and the chairman of the planning committee what I will do. You can be rest assured that it will take the building to a very, very, very level. Thank you all very much. It's indeed an honor to be with you this afternoon.
Mr. Governor received a high-powered team from PricewaterhouseCoopers recently on a courtesy visit to look at the power and relevance of digital technology to drive value in the public sector. The governor noted that quite a lot needs to be done in the technological space, with a pledge to work with the organization.
With technology, we certainly do understand and agree that indeed as a government, as a public sector entity, we can do a whole lot more using technology as an enabler in all spheres. It's digital skills, like you said, or even our processes, all the things that we're doing, access to information, access to services, payment solutions, just so much that we can still do. But Lagos, compared to probably other subnationals, are a bit ahead. There's so many of them that are trying to catch up, and really being, because this place is also home to a lot of the tech startups in Africa, not only in Nigeria. Unicorn, smart guys, they are all here. Yesterday, we were all in a conference in Lagos with CBN, on payment solutions and all of the things they've created. There's so many of them that are, here in Lagos. But as a government too, part of our responsibility, I'm still talking macro on a larger level, is really to create that infrastructural capability for technology to have a proper space and have that backbone to work.
Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu also received a delegation from France led by its ambassador to Nigeria to seek and discuss further collaboration with the state government in terms of investment support to the state. Mr. Governor, in his remark, noted the value the investments have been to the state, considering its developmental potentials.
You certainly need to be able to know what you're doing in this city, but it's a massive city. And because of that template, it puts a lot of responsibility on us as government, right? Whilst there could be a lot of challenges, we see those responsibilities as an opportunity, to change those narratives positively for our people. Because we know very quickly that if we do it well and get it right here in Lagos, there's a higher probability that a lot of people will have that economic benefit, and families in different parts of the country will, one way or the other, be affected positively. So that's a burden that all of us carry to ensure that not only do we open up this place, for economy, for commerce, we also make the place very safe and secure, for its population and for its visitors. Lagos continue to receive a decent amount of foreign direct investment, coming into the country. And that takes me to like an investment that AFT is making in here. It's not a grant, it's a loan that they have also done a lot of due diligence to show that indeed the state has a capacity to absorb this level of investment, right? And we're indeed very happy with that.
The recently organized RT200 Non-Oil Export Summit 2022 by the Central Bank of Nigeria afforded the governor to tell the corporate world and critical stakeholders at the summit efforts of the Lagos State government to improve the ease of doing business in Lagos State. He also cited significant projects that will change the narrative to boost non-oil export in Lagos.
Conversation around growing our non-exports in Nigeria, it's a very germane one. And for us in Lagos, We see it as an opportunity to be able to improve on all of the issues and challenges that we have as a state. This is why I cannot but thank you enough, and also thank my brother Coco, the MD of NPA. You know too well what our efforts have been to be able to change the narrative and improve the issues around the ports. When we came in as a government, it was a campaign promise that we're going to reduce and improve the gridlock that we have in Apapa. I'm sure we're all testament to that today. Leaving here, the MD of NPA can get back to his office from here in 15 to 20 minutes with modest interventions and ensuring that on a daily basis we can clear the gridlock in Apapa. All of our modest intervention with NPA on the ETOL initiative and how it's working. And even if there are hiccups, we all can go back and make sure that we have a model that we can all be proud of. We know what has been the growth trajectory when the port was built several decades ago. But I'm happy to inform us that before the end of the year, Lagos should be handing over the Lekki ports for the use of all Nigerians to also be able to increase the space for our export market. The Lekki ports will be the biggest and the deepest deep sea port in the whole of West Africa, if not in Africa, and that will give an opportunity, a rightful choices to export producers and people in that space. And I've also confirmed that even the Badagry ports were waiting to get a FEC approval, and so on the eastern part of Lagos in another couple of years, we should also have another Badagry port. So what you will see is really to be able to completely decongest the pressure that we have with the Apapa port and the Tinkan ports in Lagos. For us as a government is to continue to be able to come up with policies and programs that will ease the ease of doing business in our state and in our community.
Mr. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu was present at the recent salt turning ceremony of Falomo Towers. The governor commended the partners and was optimistic that the partnership for the development will be of great benefit to Lagosians.
This is a clear example of what the PPP model we've been talking about, right? Falomo has a long history of LSCPC being the biggest, property company in Lagos State, being the biggest landowners in Lagos State. And they realized, at that time that, yes, this is what we had 40, 50 years ago. In today's reality, we cannot compete with other players. We need to be able to hand over our skills, but look for, right partners. And in right partner, we'll find happy land. We are turning the sword. And I'm sure by the grace of God, we'll all be alive to when we're doing the real handing over of Falomo Towers. Now in the heart of Ikoyi, all in Lagos, and we are all blessed. And so when we put our mind to things, with a mind of possibility, great things can happen. And I want to thank first everyone, from the chairman of House Holding, Mr. Tony Elumelu, for putting together the financial package that will make sure that this thing succeeds. The monies that we're going to be spending here is a lot more now than what was thought of then. But it is also a bigger transaction that speaks to the reality of today. A lot of our youth, a lot of our young people, I can see all these beautiful ladies, they need accommodation. And they want to have the accommodation in the heart, in the center of where they all grew up. This is for you. So you start saving for Falomo Towers. You start saving for Falomo Heights, because it will be a place where all of you will be truly, truly proud of.
And finally, from the governor's office, the Lagos State Governor was at the meeting of Body of Attorney General of States of the Federation. He used the occasion to challenge the legal bigwigs to give proper direction to governance, both at the state and federal level.
But really, it's about you, our Attorney Generals. It's about that very, very important role that all of us, that our governors, that our executives have asked you to come and help us do. You know too well that in the Constitution, it's only Attorney General that the Constitution says we should appoint. Once you have your Attorney General with you, you don't even need commissioners or special advisors again. So that goes to explain, how important and how critical your roles are for us. And I keep saying this, the best executives, individuals, get it all done when you have a good lawyer beside you, when you have a good legal view and opinion that is advising you and setting, you on the right path. And so all of the things that he had said this morning, are things that truly, really we require. We need you to be frank with us. We need you to be very objective.
we need to be very critical, to ensure that indeed the promise that we have given to our people, because we have said that we want to come and lead, we want to come and govern, but you need to help us navigate and ensure that we're on the right path, we're doing the things, properly, and we're facing that job, without fear or favor. And I want to say to you that this is your very first engagement, shouldn't be your last. You should indeed, set, very, very stringent targets for yourself where you can bring about robust conversations, points that we can use to very take our country to a very higher level.
And that's a wrap from the office of Mr. Governor on the City of Lagos TV show. The show will continue in a moment.